Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am late. I had issues with the internet, but that is not your concern. I am here. It is still 8-ish. So I'm here today for day 3 of our 67 Days of Less Stress Challenge with Donnie Brown Hill. For those who don't know me, my name is Donnie Brown Hill. I've been coined the sleep wellness whisperer, and I'm also a burnout recovery strategist. What I do is I coined the term SOS. I help sleepy, overwhelmed, stressed, busy professional and students to replenish and restructure their lives so they can continue to get out of bed into success. And stress is something that is knocking us out. Stress is, chronic stress leads to burnout, and burnout can lead to depression, lack of empathy. It can lead to some very serious mental disorders. And if you don't understand what's getting you there, what the beginning of stress is, and how to actually cope with that, you'll end up in burnout. And then, you may end up depressed, and a lot of mental behavior, mental health issues that you weren't think that you wouldn't even have to deal with. But I'm here for these 67 days to help you get a better understanding of where you are in your life. Also, for you to set up a goal and desire that you want, so you know that you were successful. And one of the tools that I created for my clients was what I call a comprehensive sleep wellness um, assessment. And this assessment, it's the way to gauge the direction that you want to go in. And you let's see, we talked about this yesterday, and this was the harmony circle. And the harmony circle has 8 sections on it, and the assessment has 7 of those sections on it. And it gives you an idea of how you can gauge what direction you want to go in. And if you don't know what your end result is, it's like, think about when you're in college, how appreciative you were of a syllabus. When a teacher didn't give you a syllabus, it was like you were kind of wondering what was going on. Well, my comprehensive sleep wellness assessment is that syllabus. It allows you to gauge the direction that you're going into. So I will be posting this and putting it out, but there's a few questions for sleep wellness. There's 11 questions you can ask yourself. Physical wellness, there's 8. The rest of them is 8: physical, occupational, intellectual, your emotional, social, and spiritual wellness. There are 8 questions that you ask yourself. And again, I believe that life is art and science. And I believe that, art is knowing, and actually, art is subjective. That's why you can look at a piece of art and I can look at a piece of art and it's like, or I don't know. But science is objective. You get, this is what you have, okay, this is what you get, and this is the answer. So that's how life is sometimes. It's the art of science. I call it the art of science of whole living. So sleep wellness, it's about getting the right amount of sleep and being able to seek medical care if you need to. You need to be able to know that, okay, something isn't right. If I'm not sleeping, or maybe even having some pain, that deals with physical too. But there's things that you have to be aware of so you can be at your maximum, And it's all of your wellness. Some of us just look at our body and we want to lose weight, but we're not paying attention to a diet. Some of us want to lose weight, but we're not paying attention to our intellectual, our emotional state, which is dragging us, and we're unable to fulfill the exercise part because our mindset is just somewhere else. And we'll be covering all that through the 67 days. We'll be talking about mindset. We'll be talking about overall wellness, and that's every aspect of your life. That's the sleep wellness, that's physical, occupational, intellectual, emotional, social, and spiritual. And by the end of the 67 days, you will know your why. You will be able to walk in that and be assured that, okay, if something happens, I know why I'm doing this, and you'll get focused again. Your emotions are there, like I said, as a compass, and they navigate you. And it's important that you are using your emotions. Don't shut down your emotions. Through this process, there may be some emotions that you don't want to deal with, especially once we get into the group and it's secret, it's private, it's confidential. I want you to be able to process everything. So you, by the end of the 67 days, you got one thing, 2 things, 3 things, it doesn't matter, but at least one thing that has transformed in your life that's going to make the rest of your life better. So I'm going to give you a couple of questions from each section. From sleep wellness is I go to bed within 15 minutes or less. I go to sleep within 15 minutes or less. If you're not going to sleep within 15 minutes or less, and it's taking you longer, you're suffering from insomnia. You should be able to go to sleep within 15 minutes or less. If something else is going on, we'll talk about tools you can use for that. One of the things I've never been told, but I stopped breathing during my sleep. That can mean that you have sleep apnea. So you need to be thinking about your health part of your sleep. And then physical wellness is I eat a balanced diet. What is that? Are you packing your lunch when you know you're going to have a long day? Just tools to do that. I avoid tobacco and overuse of non-prescription drugs. As we know, opiates are on the rise in our community. Right now, people are addicted, and it's really affecting more than just one person's life, many people's lives. And some places are actually businesses are being affected, so you're affecting the employees. So it's a real epidemic right now. Occupational wellness. I am self-motivated to improve my skills and knowledge. I've effectively find ways to balance my personal and professional life. You have to find that harmony, what I call that harmony. And then intellectual wellness. Two of those would be I manage myself instead of manage my time. It's no such thing as time management. We all get the same 24 hours. It's what you do with it. And that's about self-management, making decisions towards a more fulfilling life for you. Whatever is important to you, you make those things happen. That's self-management. I consider myself a lifetime learner. It's important that we don't all have all the answers. I continuously learn. I take from other people. I listen. It may not be something that I'm accustomed to, but I still listen to other people because their insight may not be from my culture, but it may bring something up, make a light bulb go off and say, I never thought of that way. I can implement that in my life. So you have to be open to receive the knowledge too. Social wellness. I permit others to have their own feelings and opinions and do not take them personally. I've been working on that one. I'm much better at that now. I can shut it off quicker now. I've realized it has nothing to do with me. My saying is just because it happens to you doesn't mean it's about you. So, something to think about. Social wellness also, I'm an effective communicator and a good listener. That's essential. Listening is not ready to reply. It is to actually hear what the other person is saying to you and be able to accept that, the truth of whatever that is. Again, it goes back to the first one, not taking it personally, letting it be what it is. Emotional wellness. I use self-control to express myself when I am angry. Self-control, self-control needs mental energy. And if you're mentally drained, self-control is usually one of the things that goes. It really does. If you don't have the mental toughness, self-control is hard to obtain and to sustain, I should say, because you're tired, you're exhausted, you just had enough. I can see the silver lining or lessons of difficult situations or disappointments. That goes back again to just because it happened to you doesn't mean it's about you. And that also comes from us Christians who have, or spiritual individuals who come from the faith base that understand that sometimes it's just part of the journey. And you continue to walk in faith and know that whatever is happening for the good of you. It's still going to come out smelling like roses. And just because it was difficult and it didn't smell good doesn't mean the flowers don't grow. You still need manure. Manure is in the soil. It decomposes and it helps the flowers grow. So just think of sometimes in your life you need a little manure so you can blossom into who you need to be. Spiritual wellness. I give to others with no expectation of anything in return. And that's very difficult for us because a lot of us are starving for more. A lot of us just feel like that we're not loved, that we're not loved the way we want to be loved. But it all starts with us. You most definitely have to come from a place of enough. As I tell my clients, you have to come to a place when you walk in a room and it's empty, it's all that is needed. There is nothing else that is needed, that you are enough by yourself. And you need to be able to come from that space. It's essential that you love yourself enough that even when someone pulls away, they haven't taken anything away from you. And I think that's one of the things that we really struggle with. Actually, we one of the number one things that we struggle with, and I will talk about this tomorrow, is not accepting the reality of a situation, because we won't accept what is happening at that moment. We want it to be so different. We need it to be the way we need it to be, so we struggle. But if you can come in that space and understand that no, it's not the way I want it to be, and come with truth and see someone else's truth, I'm telling you, it changes your life. It has changed my life. I use it and it has changed my life. The second thing is spiritual wellness is when others are going through challenging times, can I sympathize or empathize with them? As we know, empathy has left our society greatly. We find that people are going through, and because we haven't been there, we don't have the sympathy, or because we can't see that struggles happen and you don't do anything, we can't have the empathy. And I think that when you can't possibly give to another what you can't give to yourself. So if you can't forgive yourself, you can't forgive another. If you can't have sympathy for your empathy for yourself, or sympathy for yourself when you go through something and understand this part of the journey, how are you going to give that to somebody else? It all starts with us. And that's what this 67 Days of Less Stress Challenge with Donnie Brown Hill is all about. It all starts with you. You're the key. When you understand that you have a purpose, that the purpose that you have, you don't have to be on the stage with millions watching you. If you're just in your house taking care of 2 children, you have a purpose. And with that purpose comes responsibility. And it's greater than you. It's finding your wholeness again. It's finding that space that you know that you are enough. So when you do give someone, you're giving from your over, from your over, from your over, from your over. You understand? When the cup is full, you're giving that extra because you've already given yourself enough. So I'm going to post this, the comprehensive sleep wellness assessment. It's not part, I didn't put it in with the forms that we got. I think hopefully Tam got her forms. I think she said she did. And today, I just want you to start thinking about what's the end goal. Let's start thinking about that. What am I really going through? And if you let me know that you want to be part of the challenge or sign up for the challenge and want to be part of the free Facebook group, remember the secret Facebook group. I will be on Sunday at 6 p.m. I will be doing free coaching, group coaching. But also, if you fill out your guide called The Guide to Your Vision, I'll actually give you a call and we'll do like a 15-minute session so we can really narrow down what you really want, what you're trying to change. What is that thing that is so important to you right now? And the key is to think about that one thing that you know that if you change one thing, it will help with the other things in your life. If it's, what is it? Is the physical? If you could actually feel better, if I can feel better, then if I will be able to get up and I will be able to sleep, I'll be able to be with my friends. I'll be just start thinking about that one thing that will make a difference for you. So again, I will post the comprehensive sleep wellness and I will tag, I think I'll post it on Facebook on my page and let you guys look at it and see how it may assist you to find out what your end goal is. I'm really excited about these 67 days because not only is it going to help you, it's going to help me too. And as I've been saying through all this time with you guys, together, really together, we can create such a deeply satisfying life that we can change the standards of living for all. We can do this. We can show people that it is possible to live in a space knowing that just because it happens to me doesn't mean it's about me. We can come from a space knowing that I am enough, that I don't need more. I do not need you to validate me. I can walk in my own space, in my own greatness, and not bow my head because I know who I am. And I know 67 days is not a long time, but if you can get the tools, if you can pick the tools up, you can keep using the tools. So when something breaks down, you got the tool to fix it. Just think about that. We're just putting on our tool belt. And this is just some of the tools that we'll be able to use so we can be able to walk into our greatness. That is my goal, my dream for everyone, to just walk into their greatness. Because I think I've said it before, if you shine and I shine and we both are whole, we can block out all the darkness. Together, we can block out all the darkness. It just takes people understanding how what wholeness means to them and letting their light shine. And we can block out all the darkness because light always outshines the darkness. So many blessings to each and everyone who came on live. Anybody listens to the replay, know that you are loved. And all of you, of course, who came on live, you know you're loved, that you matter, that you are enough. Many blessings to each and every one of you. And I will be back on tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, 8-ish, maybe 8-ish, but 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And I'm going to go over that number one factor of the sleepy, overwhelmed, stressed individual. And we'll start dealing with a little bit more of the tools that we'll be using. Many blessings. Bye-bye. And we're going to end this video.